Hey guys, it's Flip, and today I'm going to show you how to cut down large ornamental grasses by yourself. Alright, so two things you need. You need some type of pole or a broom with a rope tied to the end of it, and then some type of shears, either manual or electric. The first way the pole or the broom, in my case, is going to come in handy is helping you to get the rope around the grass when it's up against a structure, like the back of my house in this case. The broom is also going to come in handy for another little trick I'm going to show you here in just a minute to help make cutting these grasses down easier. So the first method is pretty basic. You're just going to take a rope and wrap it around the whole grass plant and then tie it as tight as you can. This is the part that gets a little bit tricky when you're doing this by yourself. You need to tie this tight and get it to stay tight. So here you can see I'm trying to use my foot to do that, and it does work, just a little bit tricky. But an easier method, in my opinion, is to take that pole or broom with the rope attached to it and stick it right through the middle of that grass plant. That's going to allow you to get your rope through there and actually divide the plant up and tie it up into smaller bundles. In my opinion, the smaller you can make these grass bundles, the easier they are to tie up tightly and the easier they are to cut down. So here I am tying up the second half of the grass plant. And as you can see, tying up one half at a time, I'm able to get these tied up a lot tighter, and it makes it easier to cut down. This is just a matter of personal preference. It is going to take a little more time, obviously, because you're tying it up twice instead of once, but in my opinion, it just makes it a lot easier. I just use manual shears to do this, but I only have 3 plants a year that I need to cut down. So if you're somebody that has a lot of these plants, you might want to consider the power tool route. Some people also burn these down if they're in the middle of a field or something, but all of mine are up against my house or my deck, so obviously that's not an option for me. So just go ahead and put those aside till you're ready to deal with them. If you want to get this looking a little nicer, you can go back over it with your shears, but just fair warning, this is going to leave a lot of little pieces laying around, and that's going to mean more cleanup. And you can obviously divide these plants into as many bundles as you like. So like for this particular plant right here, which was pretty big, I actually tied it off 4 times. So it's all a matter of personal preference. A couple of other tips for cutting back ornamental grasses is to always wear gloves, and I like to wear long sleeves as well when I do it because they can cut you up pretty good if you don't. And then make sure you tie off the grass high enough above where you're going to cut that they don't fall right out. I've had that happen to me in the past where I actually tied it off too low and then I cut them off and they fell right out of the rope. So make sure you tie them up high. Then you can use a rake and start cleaning it up. You're always going to have some kind of loose debris left over. Then it's best to at least give it a once over with your hands and kind of comb out any other small pieces that you left behind with your rake. A little final cleanup with the blower doesn't hurt, and then you're all set. Your grasses should be growing back nice and full next spring. You can take your extra grass that you pruned off and throw them in your compost or your burn pit, and that's it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.